36 today, a little breezy. We do start a slight warm-up after that, rolling into midweek and the weekend, where we'll get in the upper 40s, even the mid-50s, which will be pretty nice. Welcome to your Tuesday. How are you, Kelly?
I'm okay. I'm kind of in a winter funk. I really need better temperatures and some sunshine.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there.
I think that I'll come out of it just fine.
You know, I was kind of feeling that a little bit yesterday for no particular reason.
Same.
Just kind of a grayish, blah, whatever sort of thing.
That's called
I feel that.
cabin fever.
Yeah.
And I have it bad.
It looks like, here's the good news. Friday and Saturday, mostly sunny. Friday, high of 50, Saturday, high of 55.
All right.
Like it.
Little spring preview coming this weekend, which, yeah, you know what? I'm right there with you.
I think just the extra snow, even though it wasn't nearly what everybody else got on the East Coast, it just put me over the edge enough to where I'm like, I think I might be losing it.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. No, I'm glad you put a kind of a definitive. You put a definition on what I was feeling yesterday. Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that is.
That's it.
Yeah. Get it. Dick, how about you? How you doing?
I'm good. Had a little bit of a Olympic withdrawal. I've been watching so much Olympics and it's just gone. You know, it's kind of like when football season ends.
You know, I heard someone mention something, and a lot like what you just said, Kelly. I heard something yesterday, and it just kind of clicked. I think that every 4 years, granted it's something we only care about every 4 years, but I've seen it grow over the past probably 12 years. There was so much curling on this year.
Stop. It never stops.
But curling has taken off. It wasn't like this 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
4 Winter Olympics ago, it was not like this.
Oh, there are a few places now here in Columbus you can go play.
Yeah. And so the love of curling during the Winter Olympics has just grown and grown over the past few. And this year, it seemed like every single time you could always find curling on somewhere.
It just seemed like, I don't think that sport ever stops the entire Olympics.
They have the Columbus Curling Club right by a historic Crew Stadium.
We had, when I grew up, you know, this was 30 years ago, there was a place in one of the suburbs of Detroit that was right next to the rollerblading rink that I DJ'd at. And it was a curling club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's been around forever.
Yeah, no, you're right. I even heard Kirsch talking about it on the air the other day. And he's like, I never liked curling. Now I understand the game. Now I'm all into it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I mean, it's curling.
I would love to give it a try. So we may have to I would love to hit up the Columbus Curling Club.
It's like shuffleboard on ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always said that. Yeah.
You're absolutely correct, but it's the form that I want to try. I really want to try that.
I want to watch
launch.
you push that stone.
I have a feeling.
You ever had a groin injury?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's either groin or left knee is just going to collapse upon itself like a dying star. Like my knee is just going to turn inside out if I try that lunge move.
Oh.
But I still want to give it a try. Just to see.
It's crazy.
With the brushes,
yeah.
That is a lot of work that I'm not interested in.
Well, and the thing is, too, about that is they, the way that they move with the stone, because it's got to be a penalty if you touch the stone.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're brushing.
Unless you're Canada. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, when you're brushing.
Yeah,
the double push for sure.
And then they have to be aware of where all the other stones are so they can, sort of
get out of the way.
Skate over them.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I can never understand what they're yelling. You know, when the person who pushes the stone, they're watching
saying curl at some point.
They're saying curl?
Yes, sir. They're saying curl.
When they're trying
curl.
To make it
move.
Turn in.
Yeah.
I like Jason Bateman said it best. There was a clip of them talking about, and he was wondering the same thing. Like, what are they saying? It's like hurry.
I know. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's amazing how much they scrub and stop, or just a little bit to the left, or just a little bit to the right.
Or just make it go faster or slow it down.
Yes.
You know.
You want to make me the worst version of myself? Start yelling at me in the middle of me doing something.
Faster! Faster, Kelly, faster!
I can't take it.
She just throws the broom down. I'm done. Forget you people. I don't need you and your stones and your sliding.
Screw
your
you guys.
eyes.
I'm going home.
Anyway, with the Olympics over, I finally started Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, okay. I figured you'd be all over that from the get-go.
Try to catch up with everything, So it was on the list. It was next, and finally started that. And are you going to talk about this, the review bombing by any chance? I don't get it. So, what was it, Mad Men?
No, Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad, yeah. The people, it's like this episode's got a 10-star review, and it needs to be the number 1 rated show ever. And so I guess there was 10-star reviews coming from an episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So the Breaking Bad people are giving 1-star reviews to lower that, and they're calling that review bombing. So
and
that
now
they can keep their episode. And I'm like, you're rigging it. That doesn't make your episode the best. You're rigging it.
Well, then the Game of Thrones fans were doing it to Breaking Bad and brought it down to a 9.5. I mean,
it's a most. I wish I had that kind of time in my life.
But that happens to everything. They do that with products. People will go on and review bomb products just because it happens all the time.
Is anything real?
Have you ever seen a TikTok video that really ticks you off about a business, and then you look at their Google reviews and everybody's mad, and somebody from across the country is giving them a 1-star review over some video that was on TikTok?
Absolutely.
Review bombing is a thing.
It's been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
It's all about the bragging rights. Oh, we're the number 1 show. I mean, not surprised one bit. But yes, to sit around and just review bomb, I ain't got that kind of time on my hands.
Nothing's real.
Yeah,
and I don't care enough anyways. Because it doesn't matter what you review it. If you like it, you like it. But we've sat in the studio many times. There's never in a million years I would watch the chess gambit, bride's gambit, whatever. I would never watch
the Queen's Gambit.
The Queen's Gambit, whatever. I would never watch Wednesday. Sit here and talk about how great the show is. I have zero desire to watch it. So no matter, I don't care if it's a 10-star show, I'm not going to watch it. Same thing with whatever I watch that Kelly would never watch. It's about what you personally like. Who cares about reviews? Like it or don't like it.
Why won't you watch the Queen's Gambit?
Because I have zero desire in. I won't watch Bridgerton that people jump on. I have zero desire in that.
You know who won't watch the Queen's Gambit either is my husband. I've tried to get him to watch.
He's a chess player.
Nope, he loves chess. He's not interested
crazy.
in the least.
No, it's so good.
Whatever it is visually that you see a preview and you're like, that's not for me.
That's not for me.
That was not made for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't look at reviews when you recommend something. I just watch it because you usually give me good recommendations.
Well, I know, because my opinions are usually perfect. I mean, it's very simple. I like the good stuff. I mean,
here's the thing, too.
Simple.
If somebody makes a recommendation and then they start to pressure me about it, I am much more likely to never watch it.
Have you watched it yet?
Don't pressure me about it. That's why it took me like 9 years to watch Goonies.
Oh, God, it took me forever to get her to watch the Goonies.
Finally, I was like, how do I get this guy to stop?
Fine, I'll put in the 2 hours. Fine.
And she thought it was adorable.
It was great.
Anyways, all right, we got a busy Tuesday ahead. We have got more tickets for 3 Days Grace. Just over an hour before we give you those tickets if you want to see 3 Days Grace. Also, we are going to talk about if you are into, I don't know if you're into reading or if you're into audiobooks, but there's something new coming for you. And I also want to get into what's not that impressive once you've tried it. Like you got all hyped up and you're like, oh God, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe I'm going to do this. And you do it and you're like, oh, that wasn't, okay, whatever. So there's an interesting list. I want to see if what you like or what you've tried is on this list. Right now, Blitz Morning Trivia. Think what you got.
All right, $25 to waterbeds and stuff if you're the first one to text in the correct answer. The West 8th Street in Manhattan's Greenwich Village is going to be co-named with what classic rock icon? The name of what classic rock icon will be co-named with West 8th Street in Manhattan? Be the first one to text in the icon at 800-821-9970, and we'll give you the gift card.
All right, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick.
All right, the question was West 8th Street in Manhattan's Greenwich Village is
Greenwich.
What did I say?
Greenwich.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You said it once before and I let it go.
You are on something this morning. Why are you thick? Can't you pronounce words, you big dummy?
I feel like I'm saying it the nicest way possible.
I know it's Greenwich. I don't know why I was saying that.
Well, I just couldn't let it go twice. I guess that's just me.
Yeah, once you get a pass. One time you get a pass.
I'm the grammar police or whatever they...
Second time, ripping your ears off.
You can
say it a third time so I can cut out your tongue.
All right, West 8th Street in Manhattan's Greenwich Village will be co-named with what classic rock icon's name? And the question was, who is that classic rock icon? Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
It's going to be Jimi Hendrix Way. Now, it was supposed to be renamed today, but they had this little storm over the weekend, so everything's kind of a mess, so they are postponing it, and they will announce a new date as soon as possible. But, yeah, it's going to happen.
I'll have to go visit next time I'm there.
Deserving.
Definitely see that for sure.
Hendrix, one of the all-time greats, for sure.
Greenwich Village is a really cool place to visit.
Stop it.
I've been there before.
Now we have to say it that way all the time.
You of all people. I can't believe you didn't correct him. You had way more self-control than I did.
Actually, I wasn't listening. I was reading something. I tuned him out, so I wasn't thinking.
What's new?
So I think you were talking when we started the show about Olympic withdrawal now that it's all over. And, a lot of people were fully invested. We were very lucky in terms of watching our athletes participate because as a country, we came in second in terms of total medals. So if you were watching sports, there was a good chance you saw some sort of USA victory.
We had great Olympics.
None greater, I would say, however, than hockey. I mean, winning gold in both men's and women's, come on. And not to mention, we get the first men's gold since the Miracle on Ice back in 1980, which was really cool. So we were celebrating. Now, if you're a sports fan, then if you're a true sports fan, you know for a fact you have been on the losing end before. There's no way you're a sports fan and you've won everything. You have felt the pain of defeat as a fan, and it does suck. Some people take it a little more seriously than other people, especially if it's a sport you love. And boy, do they love their hockey up in Canada.
Uh-oh.
They love their hockey up in Canada. Well, as we have seen many, many times here in the good old US of A, when your team loses a championship or like a playoff game and you're expected to win, people have done some pretty crazy things. Canadians, not that much different, because take a listen to this. This is after the overtime gold-winning goal. USA wins. They skate on the ice as a team. They're hugging each other, jumping up and down. And this Canadian hockey fan wasn't thrilled with his team. This is what he did. That's a chainsaw going through a flat screen TV.
Not a tree.
They're just like us.
They are just like us.
I love fan reaction videos.
He was not happy with his team. He was in his little man cave garage. You could see how Canadian he was, because right in front of the TV was a stack of lumber. I think that's what the chainsaw was for, was to cut the lumber for the firewood.
Right. He
decided that I'm going to use this chainsaw for a different reason.
Dual purpose.
And just saw my TV in half. I mean, granted, I've been there, not intentionally. I did break one TV when I threw my helmet against the ground and it hit the TV accidentally. Did a weird bounce. I did put a hole in the wall once accidentally, where I just kind of like I was like, son of a, I flat-handed the wall, but it went through the drywall.
I was probably bad earlier in my life, but after a while, you're like, why am I breaking stuff?
Yeah, my own stuff.
It's just dumb.
I did try and send a bill to the University of Michigan for my TV. They didn't pay for it.
The thing that was interesting about when he did it, he took the tip of the chainsaw and he went right through the middle and then went to the side.
Right,
and what was amazing was it wasn't until he got to the very end of the TV that it actually finally went off.
Yeah, it still had the color. Yeah, it still had the things going on.
Chainsaw's going through it.
Yep. So, yes, we get the frustration when you support a team and you love a team and you're hoping for that win. It really sucks when they don't come through. But there's really no point in destroying your own stuff. You're just doing your own self-harm there. It's
like you're already feeling terrible, and then you have to buy new stuff.
Right.
It's like throwing a video game controller. You're just costing yourself money. Why?
I've done that so many times. I've done that so many times.
The kitchen game?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Overcooked. See, no, that didn't want me to throw the controller. That made me want to throw Nora across the room. Put the cheese on the cheeseburger! You do dishes every night in the kitchen. You can't do it in the damn video game? Wash the dish!
You sound like a blast.
I would love to watch them play.
Kelly, you and I couldn't even play. I don't even know what the easiest game is. We couldn't
Mario
play.
Kart or something?
No.
Pong.
Oh, not Mario
Pong.
Kart.
No.
Mario Kart. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pong.
There's no competition type esque thing that you and I could do because you would hate me.
Well, I just can't be yelled at. This is the theme of the show today. You know.
Yeah.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, our first story. When you have an honest criminal, hard to believe, but it does happen. Takes us over to Oregon, where a man is a car thief and decides, I like this vehicle. And when a car thief likes a vehicle, he tends to do one thing, and that is take the vehicle. And that's exactly what happened. This man jumped inside of the vehicle and took off, much to the dismay of the car owners. However, not even half a mile down the road, this man, I'm assuming, is not only interested in the car, but interested in what's in the car. So you start looking in the glove box, you start looking in the center console. They got some money somewhere, they got some jewels in the car for some reason. Let's check the back seat. Is there anything valuable in the back seat? Oh, there is. There's a baby in the back seat.
Damn.
That is when the car thief spun around, drove back to where he took the car from, took the baby out of the car, walked right up to the parents and says, what in the hell are you doing leaving your baby in the back of an unattended car?
Oh, that is the best. I love it.
Then proceeded to hand the baby over, get back in the car, and drive away.
At that point, you deserve the car. Really, you've done the right thing. You've educated the parents. You've handed the baby back. The car's yours.
Yeah, you can't go leaving your baby unattended in the car. You know you've done a really bad thing when a car thief is lecturing you
Yes.
And
on your choices.
You've showed them the consequences of bad parenting.
Yes, absolutely. The baby is fine. They are still on the lookout for the car and for the man who stole the car.
I've never rooted for a criminal so hard in my life.
I hope you get away, sir. I hope you turn the car in, 4 scraps, get your money, and go out and live your life.
Maybe start a parenting class. I feel like you've got what it takes.
Right, yes. Rule number 1, don't leave your baby unattended in the car. Story number 2 takes us over to Kentucky, where a 32-year-old man is now facing charges and is in jail because Central City Police, Central City, Kentucky, got a 911 call around 7 p.m. on Saturday. The caller said they were driving near a town when they passed a man on the side of a highway, on the side of the road. You're not supposed to be hanging out that close to the side of the road. That can be very dangerous. So if you are, there's a chance someone's going to call the police because they may have fear for your life and don't want you hurt. However, this man was close to the side of the road for a reason. That is because he was up close and personal with a dead deer on the side of the road. And when I say up close and personal, I mean as up close and personal as you can get with anything alive or dead.
Gross.
What?
Cops showed up, and 32-year-old Alan Osborne was, he had left the general area after finishing what he arrived to do. However, they found him close to the deer with his pants still around his knees, and he was covered in deer fur.
Oh, my. What in the...
They found fur all around his genital area.
Oh, God.
while he was being booked into prison. He's now facing charges of sexual crimes against animals and is facing up to 5 years in prison.
Is this even though it was dead?
Yes.
I hope you got so many ticks on your...
Forget crabs. I hope you got ticks.
all up and down, baby.
What are you... How are you driving down the road and this just goes into your mind? Let me pull over here and do this.
I don't know.
I just don't get it.
I mean, they did, through obviously the Public Information Act, they did post his mugshot. And, if you were to see a man that looks like he would do something like that, then this is what that man would look like.
Oh, yeah. He looks like he is, full to the brim with a demon. Look at his eyes.
A little bit.
There's something wrong with this man.
Come on,
He needs hospitalized, and then he needs a church pastor.
I would say that would be kind of a little bit of an understatement. If you're caught having sex with a dead deer, you probably something wrong. Something's not clicking.
Going on.
Something's not firing.
It's deep.
Upstairs.
It's deep in there.
Yeah, it was.
He was deep in there. You are correct. Thank you, Kelly.
Ew. I meant deep in.
You set him up, I knock him down.
Wow.
Anyways, he is denied bail, and he is going to definitely be spending some time behind bars.
How'd you like getting that guy as your bunkmate in jail?
Yeah, if he's got no problem doing that, he got no problem.
And he had the evidence all over him.
He did have the evidence.
What, the tips?
Check your panties.
He did try and get out and post bond, but he didn't have the bucks to do it. That's your not so breaking news. 99.7 Blitz. Kelly, can you think of something that you've done and, you were kind of worked up about it and you were thinking about it? And how do people do that? And then you did it and you're like, oh, yes, it wasn't that crazy. Not that big of a deal. Vic, can you think of anything?
I can think that I was really resisting going skydiving, and after I did it, I hated it more than I thought I would.
No,
but
opposite
of that.
Yes, opposite of that. Where you did something and you're like, oh, that wasn't that impressive or difficult to do. Because someone jumped online and asked that same question. What's something that sounds impressive until you've actually done it? 800-821-9970 if you can, 9970 if you can think of one. Like this one says, making a good mushroom Parmesan risotto. Skills required, stirring. It's basically 90% stirring and waiting and 10% tasting and seasoning. Which I would say that for a lot of cooking.
Yeah.
If you get in the kitchen and you start enjoying cooking and you start getting a little more complicated, you find out, there's a lot of really good bases. If you learn some solid 5 basic things, then you can really simply expand from that and make some really good meals. So I would definitely say cooking would be the one thing that is not that impressive if you just put a little effort into it.
Yeah, it's like we talk about salt, pepper, and garlic powder, the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity, right, yeah. That goes a long way. I mean, I'll tell you my secret. When it comes to, chicken, I know on my hash browns, I do the same thing. But it's the Holy Trinity of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Onion powder, smoked paprika, and cayenne pepper. Yeah. Those 6 are like my ultimate combination.
You can do so many things.
So many things with that combination. Someone said public speaking. We make a big deal out of public speaking, but then once you've done it, it's like, it's not that big of a deal.
Definitely can agree with that one.
I know it's the number one fear.
Yeah.
Of the most listed number one fear, but once you do it.
Yeah,
but
no thanks.
No, Kelly, she's had the opposite reaction.
Yeah, skydiving and public speaking, hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass. But put you behind a microphone, you're unbelievable.
Listen, that is true, though, because you spent, didn't you, the first time you were on the radio, it was, overwhelming? But then all of a sudden it gets easy.
Yeah.
And that I think anybody could do it. You just need a little time to adjust. And then it is easy. You just talk.
I actually believe, however, because, I did some theater in high school and stuff. I started stand-up comedy and DJing when I was 17, 18 years old. And I didn't start radio till I was 20 and 21. So start talking in a studio behind a microphone was actually scarier than being on stage doing theater or stand-up comedy for me. He didn't know how many people. You couldn't see the people that were listening.
You
couldn't
eyeball
see reactions, right? Or you tell a joke and you don't hear anything. You're just hoping people out there are laughing.
That's why when we had to make the Sonic Temple announcement last year on stage or whatever. And I am about ready to pass out because it was last minute. And I'm like, I needed at least 48 hours to prepare for this.
For the 10-second stage announcement we did for Bear
And you're like, oh, let's go. I can't wait. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a psychology appointment or something.
I was mad. I was mad that they put us on camera behind stage.
Yeah, we didn't get to go out on the
stage. Right.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
I'll never forget watching Caleb back there warming up like a mad.
Yeah,
he was
crazy.
Like a caged lion that just could not wait to be unleashed.
What's something that sounds impressive until you've actually done it? Someone said building a computer from parts. Honestly, the most impressive part is affording all the parts you need to build a computer. Well, once you've got the parts, it's not that difficult to click them in. 800-821-9970.
That's a good one.
What's that? Oh, building a computer?
Yeah, because I've done that for years.
Let's see. Someone said buying your first house seems grown up, but then it's just a whole bunch of signing paperwork, and then you've got to deal with repairs, taxes, and the bills really start piling up.
Yeah.
Not that impressive. Someone said running a marathon. Before you do it, it sounds monumental, almost like a mythical achievement. However, afterwards, you realize it's just a very long, painful, and boring experience that leaves you with blisters and desperate for a banana. I did have a radio friend one time, and they got into an argument on their morning show about running a marathon. And he goes, it's not, all you do is keep moving. It's not that difficult.
Right.
And he went out there, it was 2 weeks later, and he ran a marathon with no training, no nothing. It was during the morning, and the entire morning show, he was running a marathon, and he just didn't stop. And he made it.
He had to be in decent shape then. He did no training.
He actually was a fairly above average weight. He was not that much in shape.
Here's the thing that I will say, as somebody who did train for a marathon but quit halfway through, it is a mental game.
Yes,
100%. If you are, and your friend sounds like an anomaly, but if you are in running shape, you just have to keep going. Just like you said, it's a mental game. It is so boring. And sometimes you are just out of, you're out of good music. You're out of things, you can't stand to listen to anything anymore. It's just a really weird mental exercise, and it's very,
and that is,
it's excruciating.
Yeah, and that's 100% of the reason that I don't run marathons. I could do it.
And people will slow down. People will start walking a little bit, and then they'll start jogging again. I mean, if they're, and then there's the others who are trying to win the damn thing.
Right. If you've got one, 800-821-9970. What is something that sounds impressive, but really just isn't that impressive at all?
And now, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
A woman is dead, a man hospitalized in critical condition after what police call an incident on the southwest side. Officers responded to a mobile home in the Willow Creek neighborhood yesterday. Investigators say it looks to be domestic related. President Trump sent to give the first State of the Union address of his second term tonight at 9. Members of Congress, cabinet members, Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Supreme Court justices will be in attendance. Tonight's designated survivor, Representative Mike Thompson of California, who will watch tonight's address from a secure, undisclosed location away from the Capitol. And that's obviously in case of catastrophe to ensure continuity of government.
That was a good show. Did you see that? Designated? Yeah. I wish it hadn't ended.
I would like to be the designated survivor just for the control. But I don't want to have to sit in a room by myself watching the State of the Union.
Right.
I don't care who's president.
According to the TV show, you get popcorn.
It's a long time.
That was when when he became president, that was the State of the Union that was going on, right?
Yeah.
And they blew it up, and everybody at the State of the Union died. And Kiefer Sutherland was he was the designated survivor, and the only one left.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger will deliver the Democratic response to Trump's State of the Union tonight. Beartooth releasing a new single on Friday. The song is called Free. A couple days ago, the band kicked off their tour in Salt Lake City, played the song there, so there are plenty of fan videos out there. And I've got a little piece of it. I don't know, guys. The quality's not great. I think it's going to be a good song.
You got the world in my hands. I never felt so alone. See the path in my head, scared of where to go.
Don't worry, it kicks in.
Just a fan recording?
Yeah.
Do I hate it? I wanna know. Am I lonely? Whatever the reason, but I know something you don't know. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free.
Okay.
Anyway, tonight Beartooth is in Denver. No Columbus date, though we did just get to see them at Sonic last year. The last new music Beartooth dropped was back in September 2024. So anyway, that's Friday. A song's called Free. Watch for that from Beartooth. Those are your three things.
When it comes to literary masterpieces, I think right in this room we kind of cover the entire gamut because, Kelly, you enjoy reading?
I love reading.
And you will also check out an audiobook?
Yes, absolutely.
If you can't get to the actual book.
Especially a memoir. I love an audiobook when it's a memoir.
Yeah.
Like Cher's memoir. She does the audio.
Yeah. And then, Thick, you read some, but you like the nonfiction stuff.
Yeah.
You like the real stuff. You want to learn something. You don't get into, like, the fantasy and things like that. And then there's me, and if you don't make a movie adaptation, I will never know about what you wrote about whatsoever. Yeah. Not happening. Now, this might be perfect for you, Kelly, because Audible is now introducing a brand new feature called Read and Listen. You get the Kindle version of the book, and then you get the audio version of the book, and you follow along as the book is read to you in the audio version.
What is the benefits?
Now, they say it actually is, has been widely requested and is supposedly the most immersive way to enjoy a book where you can boost retention and comprehension. Because they say when you're sitting there reading, sometimes your mind can wander and you're not picking up everything. Or if you're just listening and driving, maybe you're paying more attention to the road and you're not listening to the book wholly. So the Read and Listen will combine both, keeps you locked in, gets the creative juices flowing as you start to, hear and read at the same time. And so it just has a better comprehension and retention
That's amazing.
of what you're doing.
My ninth grade English teacher, Grove City, Mrs. Harsh, taught me one of the best things ever when it came to reading. She said, read out loud. The comprehension is 10 times better than when you just read inside yourself.
Uh-huh.
And she was right.
So you sit there and read your books out loud, just sitting in your living room?
I mean, when I was doing schoolwork, I did.
Okay.
We had to read Odysseus, and she said, read it out loud. And I would sit in my room and read it out loud and ace those tests, no problem.
They never sent you to the doctor or anything for being absolutely crazy?
What do you mean?
If I walked by Adam's room and he's sitting there going, and then the thing and thing, who are you talking to? No one? I'd be a little.
You should keep walking
concerned.
and thinking, good job, Adam. He's really trying.
A little concerned, not going to lie.
Hey, man, it was one of the best lessons I ever learned.
Yeah, I'll never do that. I mean, I won't do them both together. The benefit of an audiobook is that you listen in your car. Like, I don't listen to an audiobook when I'm sitting at home.
Right.
I'll read the book. But in the car is where you audiobook.
Right. I would do an audiobook, and I think I would enjoy that more. Because I enjoy a good podcast on a long road trip, so why wouldn't I listen to an interesting book?
Right.
But I think it would have, like you said, it would have to be a memoir. I'm not listening to Harry Potter on audiobook.
Yeah.
But I think if it was a good memoir with some good stories, some good information that about the person I was interested in,
yes,
then I would do the audiobook version, because I don't think that's any different than a long-form podcast. if you're listening to the the famous people talk or whatever.
Yeah, like Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, they both did their own audiobooks. And I usually they do that now. They don't have some rando reading a famous person's audiobook. Right,
yeah. So they say it's not widely available yet, but they are trying to put more titles out there. So you're going to have to get the Kindle version or the ebook version and the audio version. And you'll be able to do both together and follow along while it's read to you.
All
so
right.
keep an eye out if you've got your Audible app. That might be coming to a book you love soon. When it comes to the list of life skills, I don't know if I could pick one. I don't know what I would want more. Learning how to become an amazing drummer, learning how to become an amazing piano player, or learn a new language. That's the top 3 on my list of things I would love to learn to do. I don't know exactly what language I would pick, but I would love to learn a new language. However, you got to be real careful as to learning a new language. Or if you are from another country, maybe you have experienced this before, where you go to say an everyday term in your language. However, due to the way the words are pronounced in your country, it might not translate real well in another country. Okay. And there is a guy who makes videos like this, and I absolutely love it. So if you ever want to learn a language from Nigeria, there's an interesting translation depending on what you want to say. And so here's a quick language lesson for you from the country of Nigeria.
In the northern part of my country, Nigeria, when you want to say, do you say, can I this? When you want to say, want, you say, troyora. And when you want to say French fries, you say stew night. So, if you want to ask someone, do you want French fries? You say, can I destroy your ass tonight?
Come on.
You gotta be real careful.
Canitis.
What you're asking for, depending on what language you speak, because it may not, fully translate to what you mean. Because I have a feeling if you walk into a fast food place and you ask someone that, going to be a bit taken back.
Canitis. They said Troya.
Uh-huh. Want to play it again?
It's tonight.
Right. Yeah, it's tonight. And if you put it all together.
Can I destroy your ass tonight?
Yeah, that'll get you charges here.
It could get you charges. It very well, depending on who you ask. You could be looking at a fine or two, for sure. But I'm telling you, I really think today, I really want to go into a McDonald's. And I'm just going to walk right up to the cash register and politely ask,
can I destroy your ass tonight?
Exactly. Three Days Grace going to be on the Alien Nation tour at Nationwide Arena with I Prevail and Funeral Portrait a week from Sunday. We've got your tickets. You can pick them up at Ticketmaster.com right now. Or if you want to win them, we've got your shot. Playing Famous Threes. It's very simple. I'm going to give you either 3 things and you name me what those famous threes are, or I'll give you like a category and you have to give me the 3 things in that category, the famous threes. 800-821-9970 for 3 Days Grace tickets right now if you would like to play. And hopefully we can get ourselves a winner to go check out Nationwide Arena. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Matt.
Matt, can you turn your radio down for me?
I just did.
I appreciate you, Matt.
I didn't expect you to answer so quick.
Why not? That's what we do. You call, we pick up. You do know that's how phones work, right? You dial a phone number, it rings, and someone picks up the other end and says hello.
Well,
All right.
not
all the time.
Yeah, you're good.
If it was a strange number, we might not have picked up. But we knew it was you, man.
All right, well, then you should have known it was strange. But go ahead.
Famous threes, Matt. Here we go. I'm going to give you either a group of threes and you tell me what that is, or I'll name something and you have to name the famous threes in it. And you have to get 3 in a row correct. If you don't, the game is over. I cannot give you tickets, okay?
All right.
All right, Matt. Here we go for 3 days Grace tickets. What are the 3 primary colors?
Red, blue, and yellow.
That is the correct answer. Yes. Very good. Question number 1 correct. Here we
I
go.
think I might got that wrong.
I initially typed green.
Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, red, green, yellow.
Because that comes
But
from
no.
blue and yellow.
You're right.
Green.
Yeah. Well, now that you say it that way, I know. Don't point out my stupidness.
Yeah, Mr. Fancy Pants over there with your primary colors.
Oh, yeah, because nobody points out when somebody says Greenwich instead of Greenwich.
At least we know Thick made it through 2nd grade. All right, here we go, Matt. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Oh.
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Okay, I think I know.
Matt, who are those famous 3 people?
Trailer Park Boys.
Oh.
No, but that'd be great. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. No, I am sorry, Matt. That is not a correct answer. Those are Kelly. You did the arm motion.
Yes, Powerpuff
Yes!
Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. Hope you have yourself a great day. Let's get ourselves another contestant. Blitz, hi. Who's this?
PJ.
Hey, PJ. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. We're playing Famous Threes for 3 days Grace tickets up for grabs. I'm either going to...
What?
Excuse me?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No. We're not moving on until we find out what that
Pay no
was.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Is that a coworker? What was that?
It was a coworker. I'm at work.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Are you supposed to be playing radio games while you're at work? Boss gonna like that?
No, my foreman would be cool with it.
Okay, good. All right. Take him to 3 days Grace. He can be your date, and then he'll be happy.
there you go.
All right. All right, Famous Threes. Here we go. I'm either going to give you 3 things. You tell me what that group is, or I'm going to give you the group. You have to name the 3 things in that group. So here we go. The Sanderson sisters.
Oh gosh.
Where are they from? The 3 Sanderson sisters are from where?
California.
Oh, no.
No, that's not correct. I'm sorry, PJ. Not a correct answer.
Who are the Sanderson sisters?
Hocus Pocus.
The 3 sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I probably would have gotten tripped up on that one, too. All right, well, let's find one more contestant. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Carl.
Carl, hey, Carl.
Carl.
What's up, Carl? We're trying to give away 3-day Grace tickets. We have got the Famous Threes quiz going on. Let's see if you can get 3 correct answers in a row.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, Carl, here we go. What did the 3 wise men bring? Did you say socks?
Socks?
Nobody wears socks with sandals? Come on, man. That just makes you look old. Thank you, Carl. Have yourself a great day. Socks is an amazing answer, but no, the 3 wise men did not bring socks. They brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Murder. You want to try one more time?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I want to give away the tickets. I really do. It's just a matter of who wants to win them. All you got to do is get 3 answers in a row. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Mark.
Mark. All right, Mark. I want to give you tickets for 3 days Grace. Let's see if you can pass the 3-day Famous Threes quiz. 3 answers in a row. Famous Threes, here we go. Barry, Robin, and Maurice.
Barry, Robin, and Maurice.
Yes, those 3 people make up what famous threes? What famous threesome?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Barry, Robin, and Maurice.
I was getting every single one of them until you gave me this one. I had no idea.
You have no idea. I am so sorry.
Viva night, You will not be staying alive. Fever.
Bee Gees are the famous threes. I am sorry. Mark.
I never would have guessed that.
Have yourself a great day. We hanging on to the tickets, or are we going to try again?
What do you want to do?
I mean, let's try again.
All right, let's
You
try
have more?
again. One more.
I really like the idea.
Blitz, hi, who's this?
Miguel.
All right, Miguel. We have got 3 Days Grace tickets up for grabs if you can get 3 answers in a row for the Famous Threes quiz. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Venkman, Stance, and Spangler.
Who?
Venkman, Stance, and Spangler. Those 3 people are famous 3 what? Venkman, Stance, Spangler.
All right, you got to give us an answer.
Pants?
Yeah.
You say pants?
Is that, I don't know what he said, but that's not who you're going to call.
No, that's not who you're going to call. No.
Who are you going to call?
Who are you going to call?
Venkman, Stance, and Spangler are the Ghostbusters. I am sorry.
Remember how big that song was? Was it Ray Parker Jr.?
Ray Parker Jr. Yep. Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just hang on to the tickets for now. I don't know what else to do. I can't make it any easier.
Is that right?
It's about as easy as it gets.
Well, I couldn't get the primary colors, so I don't know. It's maybe a losing game.
Yeah, it might be. All right, we'll try again tomorrow. 997 The Blitz. All right, so tried to give away 3 Days Grace tickets for the Alien Nation Tour week from Sunday. We're going to hang on to those till tomorrow. But I did want to tell you, we do have another opportunity for you to win not only tickets for the show, but the 3 Days Grace fan experience, which will put you on stage with the band. This is pretty cool. And it's not very difficult to win. You're not going to get tripped up on trivia questions. This is all on you. And all you have to do is show your love for 3 Days Grace. Send a 30-second video of what 3 Days Grace means to you and why you deserve to be on stage. Because we were specifically hit up by the record label and 3 Days Grace saying, we don't want just anyone up on stage. We want 3 Days Grace fans up on stage. So that's what they want. They want you to show your love for 3 Days Grace and what they mean to you. Send a 30-second video to thickrick@theblitz.com. thickrick@theblitz.com. And we're going to review all of them, and then we'll pick one winner on Thursday and one winner on Friday. And you very well could be up on stage with 3 Days Grace. You're going to get a pair of tickets to the show, and you're going to be up on stage for a part of the concert there. So get your video, your 30-second video, to thickrick@theblitz.com. I wanted to share this story with you because, the TikTok trends have been around. Well, I shouldn't say TikTok trends. I should say social media trends have been around for a very, very long time. Something catches fire. Some of them do some real good. The Ice Bucket Challenge we talked about for a long time, raising money for ALS. Everyone and their mother was doing that and raising money, which was unbelievable, and putting the word out. And then you had the Tide Pod Challenge. Where
the opposite.
Teenagers were popping Tide Pods in their mouth, which is just stupid.
It's stupid, but I understand the urge.
Really?
Yes.
to be a part of something and to be into I mean, it's all about the clicks. How crazy can you get for the clicks? And I think we are taking that next step forward as influencer Kava Kalar has started participating in the Bone Smashing Challenge. Brandon Peters is his name. Basically, he's encouraging followers to hit themselves in the faces with hammers to improve their appearance. What?
Okay, it's not how crazy you can get for clicks. It's how stupid can you be for clicks.
The 20-year-old is stating his theory that bones grow stronger under stress. So a hammer blow can, cause fractures and breaks and change your bone
That's a myth,
structure.
by the way, that a broken bone heals stronger than before. That's a myth.
Oh.
You can get back to, status quo, but it doesn't, for some reason, grow stronger.
I have never broken a bone, so I don't know.
You can re-strengthen a broken bone.
Right. He says his main reason was he was trying to grow his cheekbones. So basically, just taking a hammer to... What is wrong with people?
So he hammered his own cheekbones?
Correct. Yes.
And then needed plastic surgery, likely?
Causing fractures, breaks, and bruising. The thing is, medical experts strongly discourage this practice, noting facial bones may not heal as intended and broken jaws reduce attractiveness. Yeah, you don't want to go there breaking your jaw and your cheekbones. Not really sure what's going on here or why you would have any sort of inclination that this is a good idea. I get it. It's expensive. If you've grown up and you've been picked on your entire life, maybe you weren't the most attractive person or didn't have this feature or that feature, and you don't have the tens of thousands of dollars for plastic surgery, you might try whatever you can. But this is just a terrible, terrible idea. This is going to make things so much worse. I'm trying to remember back, because obviously before the internet and social media trends, we just had straight peer pressure. You were just kind of nudged into doing things.
You're bullied into it.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think what I may have done that was... See, I was never bullied into anything because of my self-esteem issues. I would always do them voluntarily in hopes of recognition. So I had no problem doing the stupid stuff. I was the first one to do it. Someone would say, hey, do you think? And I'd be like, yep, I bet I can. And so that was where the stupidity came in, just from trying to impress people.
Bet you can't snort this entire 8-ball. Yeah, watch.
Don't tempt me with a good time, sir.
See, I always figured that Evel Knievel was like bullied as a kid and had to prove himself, but maybe he's just like, a guy who just is a daredevil.
Yeah.
Just because they're not afraid to die.
Now, granted, I will say that shifted into kind of enjoying the adrenaline rush. From jumping off the house or launching off the ramp or taking my rollerblades and jumping as many stairs as possible. That eventually turned into, when I turned 18, I couldn't wait to do my first skydive. Like, I was looking forward to it. And then 300 and some odd jumps later, I would love to do it again. Or the bull riding. So it turned into, I started seeking out the adventure.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it started from childhood trauma of not acceptance and low self-esteem.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's something I discovered in therapy, Vic. That came out during therapy.
Is that what they told you?
That's what they told me.
And now, what's the next thing on the list? Fighter pilot or fighter jet?
Oh, yeah.
Fighter jet.
Oh, yeah. What's the base here?
We have Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
And then
Rickenbacker, yeah.
And then we also have...
I need to ride in a fighter jet. Or a stunt plane. I'm fine with like a Red Bull stunt plane.
To go like a loop-de-loop?
Yeah.
Oh, you're nuts.
Yep.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yep. Even some of those biplanes will do rolls and flips.
I want the fighter jet.
I know. Fighter jets. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I want the fighter jet. I know 100% fact I'll pass out.
I want to be on a pilot that's got a real cool call sign.
Oh, yeah. Foot long. I need.
That wasn't what popped in my head.
Yeah.
Why did that come to your mind first? Is that the nickname you've always wanted?
If I'm in the back of a jet, I definitely want the pilot's call sign to be foot long. Because he can't strap his iPad on correctly because he's got to he can only put it on one leg because the other leg needs room.
Why do you want this?
Seems like he would be the cockiest person to fly the plane. Literally. Just saying. Who doesn't want a cocky pilot? If your call sign is foot long.
Yeah, until he turns around and says,
can I destroy your ass tonight?
Yeah,
okay, that's a problem.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Yesterday's East Coast blizzard set snowfall records in Rhode Island with nearly 38 inches of snowfall. Parts of New Jersey got 29.5. New York City got between 20 and 22 inches. Parts of Pennsylvania, 22 inches. Long Neck, Delaware, 21 inches. For the first time in its 153-year history, the Boston Globe is not printing the daily newspaper today. The snowstorm, as of last night, where the Globe's printing press is located, they had 32 inches of snow, and they said it's just impossible to get it printed and then delivered this morning. So they say they will, eventually, they're going to print yesterday's paper, and they will deliver it to you with tomorrow's paper. If you are still a subscriber, you're not going to miss the edition. It's just going to come a day
jump
late.
online and check out the news real quick.
Well, because already isn't a newspaper old news?
Yes.
So
yeah.
Now it's old. But some people love the 5 people who still subscribe to an actual paper.
Yeah.
Love the paper.
They do love it.
So,
my brother still gets the Wall Street Journal every day, sits at his breakfast table and
people like the feel of the paper and reading all the sections and all that stuff.
Best thing to use with Windex to clean the windows, too.
There you go. That's right.
True.
You're not wasting. Nick Reiners pleaded not guilty to murder charges in the deaths of his parents. The son of Hollywood director Rob Reiner appeared in court yesterday for arraignment. He's been in custody since the day after the bodies of his father and his mother Michelle were discovered in their Brentwood home. Reiner's next court appearance set for April 29th. I was watching it, his arraignment. He's his head shaved, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, you murdered your parents. Like, what is going on? What is happening inside your brain right now? What's going on in there? You're sitting there knowing that you murdered your parents. What a weird situation to find yourself in at 32 years old. Just bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Ghost frontman Tobias Forge has revealed that he plans to step away from touring after the band's current run in order to spend more time at home. He spoke with Full Metal Jackie Sunday night, and we have Full Metal Jackie on here on the Blitz, 10 p.m. Sunday night. Anyway, so he says he's ready to take a break from life on the road to focus on his family. He is currently out on the North American leg of the band Skeletor, which launched in the UK last year in support of their latest album. He said he really hasn't been home in 15 years, and he has 2 kids at 17 years old. So he's basically missed out on raising them.
It's got to be tough.
Well, yeah, you made a choice.
Yeah.
You made a choice. The interesting thing, and I did record, I did try to piece together some sound to share with you from Full Metal Jackie, but this guy won't shut up. Like, it is really like about himself. I'm like, he was actually, to be fair, she was asking him about himself.
Right.
But the lengths. So he's going on and on about how he missed out on his kids' lives and all that, and that's just been a point of regret in his life. And so he's going to go home and spend more time with his family. He's like, but more importantly, I just don't have anything more to give to Ghost right now. And he said, plus I have 2 film projects in the works, and I'm recording music for another project, and I've got all these hobbies I want to do. I'm like, when does the family get squeezed in there?
Right. You're coming off the road, but you're talking about all these other work stuff you have.
It was like, there's some kind of insatiable need for him to let everyone know that he's not just going to be sitting around with his kids. Oh, no.
God forbid. Successful musician who finally goes home after 15 years. You're going to spend time with your kids? What are you doing? We need more of you.
Right. So, anyway, whatever. Whatever.
I do wonder for people.
A weird interview.
For people like that finally go home after so long and so much touring for these, heavier rock bands, when they try and readjust back to family life, do certain things still cross over? Like if you're getting angry, are you like, go clean your room? And they're still on stage.
Yeah, you gotta have
doing that voice. It's got to be hard to adjust.
Yeah, because sounds like he's got to be the center of attention. Got to be. Anyway, is that mean? I feel like I'm being really mean toward this guy.
Hey, if that's the aura he gives off.
Here's the thing that annoys me. You had kids and you left them to be a rock star. I'm sure did all rock stars do that?
I would say a lot did.
Is that the choice you make in a rock star life?
I would say a lot did, yeah.
Well, he abandoned them?
Well, he hasn't been home in 15 years, he said.
Oh.
And he said he knows that's not right or something like that. I don't know. I'm like, yeah.
I think there's a combination of the ones who bring kids on tour for a little bit and the ones who don't, or the ones who, go home, when they have a chance.
Yeah.
but are still on the road for a very long time, for long stretches.
I bet it's going to be hard for the family to adjust to him being home.
Yeah.
You've all got a routine now.
Yeah, he's going to have to adjust to that routine.
No, because he's got all these film projects and other
things
musical things going on. Plus all the hobbies, Goose. Don't forget. I'm sorry. That was so mean. Those are your 3 things.
Okay. I don't mean to jump to conclusions or judge a book by its cover, but I have a scenario here that just happened not that long ago, and it just kind of crossed my mind. I go, I bet Kelly would absolutely hate this so much. Because on Monday mornings, before I leave for work, I always leave Nora like a little note by the coffee machine, so whatever note. And I've been trying to think of something to do. I want to plan something. We've got the wedding coming up September 4th. But it's been a minute. We took a little weekend trip over the holidays. But I want to do something with her. And I found something. I found the perfect something. It's a little bit of a getaway. And it includes a little bit of an adventure. It includes a concert that I want to take her to. And it's just a little weekend thing. And it's not for a couple months, so it's kind of in the back pocket. It's going to be a surprise. So my plan is that when the day arrives, I'm going to leave her a note by the coffee machine. And that note will say, hey, by the time I get home, you need to pack this, this, and this, and this. And that's all it's going to say. And then be ready to walk out the door at 10:30. And that's all the note's going to say. I'm not telling her where we're going. I'm not telling her what we're doing. She's going to have no clue. Kelly, would that drive you badass crazy?
Yeah, the story itself is stressing me out.
I knew it as I was formulating the plan in my head. And I made the decision that this was going to be a surprise. I made the decision I am not going to tell her.
But Nora, it's probably something she'll love. But what does she pack? So, here are my questions. What do I pack? Like, what it is? It's the dead of winter. Are we going somewhere warm?
Well, and I will give descriptors. Because, yes, obviously, if I'm taking her to northern Michigan, that's going to be way different as opposed to me taking her to Arizona. So, yes,
right.
I will give the weather report of some sort. And I know for a fact she will still be stressed. But I think she would be at a 6 or a 6.5. You'd be upwards of 9, 9.5.
Yeah.
Possibly 10. Yeah. Possibly responding to my message by just saying no.
Yeah. Like, what are we going to do with the dog? What about, there's like, I've got a list of things that need handled before I can even start thinking about maybe going on a trip.
No way you could open up a piece of paper written by Charlie that says, pack a bag with this and this. Yeah. Everything else is taken care of.
Yeah, well, I guess I would trust him. You
would trust him?
Yeah.
Okay. But you would still feel that little internal...
complete anxiety.
Vic, would Heather be able to handle that if you left her a note that just says, by the time I get home, have this and this and this packed, or at least this is the type of clothing you're going to need. And then...
Would she be able to handle it? Yes.
Would she be happy about it?
I suppose that depends on what happens once we get where I'm taking her.
No, we're talking about the pre-time of leaving.
Right.
I don't know. She could definitely handle it.
Right.
Is
she a surprise? I guess the question is she a surprise type person, or does she need more planning than 3 or 4? It'd be 3 hours, 3.5 hours at that point. Could she handle a weekend getaway with only
1 weekend?
3.5 hours of prep?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I would be so excited.
Yeah.
To me.
What about the concept of like flight roulette, where you don't know where you're going, but you go pick the cheapest flight day of?
Day of, right.
And then you're out the door.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I would absolutely. The other one, too, is they have got these websites you can go to.
Yeah.
And you tell them, you give them your
blind
likes.
Travel or something?
Yes, you give them your likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
And they mail you a box. You open it up because you pick your dates, and you open it up that morning and they tell you what to pack.
Yeah.
And then you get to the airport and open up the final envelope and there's your tickets and it tells you where you're going.
Okay, but I'm packed properly for where I'm going.
Right, yeah, you are.
Yeah, but if I'm going to go and I just pick the cheapest flight, maybe I got clothes for the beach and I end up in Alaska.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I would absolutely. Oh, my God. That would be so much fun.
But you wouldn't like that, Kelly, huh?
No, I like to plan. I'm a person who needs a minute.
Gotta have everything laid out, ready to go.
I'd love to hear from our listeners. I think so many women would be going, this is so awesome.
Need all the boxes checked in terms of, like, just so you know everything. Because you're right. If you leave, wait, what did we do with Moses? What's Moses doing? What's happening here? What's happening here? Yeah. I know it's definitely going to cause some questions, but
I think it's fun. It's very adventurous. And you know Nora. You know she will respond to that well. Like, I don't like last-minute dinner plan changes. I need to prepare for the meal I'm going to eat later.
I think that would stress Nora out more than like a weekend getaway, because if she hasn't looked at the menu online 3 times before we even go to the restaurant, she's kind of sweating walking in.
No, one time we walked into a restaurant and saw friends we love. And then we're like in the restaurant, and then we're like, oh, they're like, sit with us. And I'm like, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared for, this type of a dinner. I'm prepared for hanging out with but we did and had a lovely time.
Right.
But it was some anxiety. Like, I wasn't prepared for socializing.
Your social battery wasn't prepared for that. The social schedule in the head.
Worked out fine. So.
I can totally see that. 800-821-9970. Sound like an adventure? Or you're like, no, I need more descriptive, definitive plans and the questions answered. 99.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Our first story takes us overseas to South Korea, and I don't know, maybe it doesn't happen over there as much as it happens over here, because we talk about it all the time, and we have put out public service announcements. Don't do this. It will not help you, because we have had many criminals caught this way, and we have talked about them before. So apparently they are not listening to our show over in South Korea, and maybe they should, and it would have helped out this 21-year-old woman, because this woman decided that she was done with these 2 men in her life. It doesn't give a description as to who these 2 men were to this woman, but she is accused of killing these 2 men in separate instances using the same method, mixing drugs with alcohol. Always dangerous. You're not supposed to mix drugs and alcohol. And she found out about this because she went directly to ChatGPT and said, hey, what happens if you take sleeping pills with alcohol?
Oops.
Followed that with, how many do you need to take for it to be dangerous?
Oops.
Followed that with, hey, could it kill someone if you wanted it to? Yeah, if you're planning a murder, don't put it on Google or ChatGPT, because that's about the first place they're going to look. Jeez. She reportedly asked questions to ChatGPT. She was fully aware that consuming alcohol together with drugs could result in death, police investigators say. And she had previously admitted to mixing prescribed sedatives with alcohol for this man, and she's now going to be looking at a bit of jail time. Don't leave a digital footprint.
Was there a woman that was using antifreeze to kill her husband, and they found it in her search history?
Yes.
What antifreeze killed?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to tell ChatGPT to forget everything I've ever told you. Just that's a hot tip.
You know, you would think going out and clearing your cache would work, but
no. Still deep in the old interwebs.
There are people who know how to find that. It will always be there. So if you are planning a murder, don't use the computer to do so. I
had ChatGPT roast me once, and I was roasted so hard, I gave it the command to forget everything I ever told it. That's how hard ChatGPT roasted me. It was like, yes, to a point where I was like, I've got to delete this thing. It knows too much.
Then when they brought up Kelly, they found it in her search history. How do you kill ChatGPT?
Yeah. I told it to roast me, and I was like, that's all you got?
Oh, gosh. No, but then it asked you, do you want me to go harder?
I did.
I did, too. And then I regretted it.
Wow.
So did Nora when she asked me that. Story number 2.
It's funny as you thought it forgot, didn't you?
Story number 2 takes us over to Pennsylvania, to Lancaster County, where a scam is finally over after a full year. A Wendy's manager has been arrested because, according to the police, the manager created a fake employee that didn't exist, added them to payroll, logged 128 shifts that they never worked, and the wages quietly went into her own Cash App account, pocketing nearly $20,000.
Wow, that is kind of
brilliant.
It feels like that could have worked.
Absolutely, and it did for a year until a fraud audit was
a fraud it.
A fraud it, yes.
I wonder why this hasn't been going on for a long time with a bunch of people.
And I wonder if it has, because
maybe
if you are, let's say, the general manager of a fast food place, and you've got 30, 40 employees,
high turnover rate.
Yeah,
you know, you need
who
enough
says
people.
Samantha Carter doesn't work here?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It says they discovered after an internal audit flagged irregularities in the payroll system, and investigators later confirmed that no one at the restaurant had ever seen or worked with the supposed employee. But yeah, if you're in charge, if you're the GM of this restaurant, that seems like it would work.
Because that's not like that's raising red flags to anybody for any reason.
It's an employee working part-time hours.
Especially you think about when things were still analog, like go back to the, running a McDonald's in the 80s.
Yeah.
It would seem like real easy to do.
I guarantee you this is not the first time.
Yeah, it can't be.
No.
Now I'm betting it won't be the last.
Yeah, so she's going to be spending a little time behind bars and, of course, $20,000 or more in restitution. That is your not-so-breaking news. I know we have all been here before. How many times have you been maybe a little late on a payment? You're just trying to stay above water, and you're like, I got to wait till next paycheck before I make this credit card payment. That's just the way the dollars and cents are working out. So, you got the late fee. Or the phone calls start. But day one after a missed payment, the phone calls start from whatever company. Or whatever it is, they want their payment now. Yet, you've got some sort of refund coming, or you've got a rebate, or some business owes you something, and it's like, 4 to 6 weeks to get that check out. Excuse me? No. It's my money and I want it now. It's so frustrating. Well, I love this story because there is a couple, Warren and Maureen Yurgis, down in Naples, Florida. They paid $165,000 cash for a home. And then all of a sudden, despite the house being paid for cash, despite the house being paid off, the Bank of America, initiated foreclosure on the house. Now, there's still a little bit of a question as to why. There was obviously a banking mistake as to why they initiated this foreclosure, because they weren't receiving payments, even though they didn't deserve any payments, because the house was paid for in cash. So, the couple contested the foreclosure. They went to court over this. And after 18 months of legal battles back and forth and trips to the court, the bank dismissed the case, and actually the judge ordered Bank of America to pay $2,534 in legal fees that Warren and Maureen had to pay to fight the case. Well, after months of unsuccessful attempts to collect the $2,534 that Bank of America owed them, the family attorney, Todd Allen, took action. Accompanied by the sheriff's deputies and a moving company, he arrived at the Bank of America branch in Naples, presented the bank manager with two options: pay the owed amount or face seizure of bank assets, including desks, computers, copiers, and cash from the teller's drawers.
Whoa.
Within hours, the bank issued a check for the full amount, avoiding the seizure of its property.
I bet.
Bank of America apologized for the delay, attributing it to a miscommunication with the external attorney. Of course, there's always a reason. Yeah. There's always an excuse.
Miscommunication.
Right. I love this. We gave you time.
Yep.
We're done with this. We're coming in and we're getting what is owed to us. I don't care if you're Bank of America, one of the biggest banks in the country.
I love it when somebody who thinks they're too big to have to pay the consequences.
Right.
Oh, that is delicious.
Have you ever gotten it over on a business before? Did you ever come out the victor?
My best friend, when I was about 10, we went to the local drugstore. It was called the Apothecary on the north end of Columbus on Morse Road. And the cashier accused my friend Angel of stealing something. And Angel's like, what are you talking about? She didn't steal anything. And they're like, they wanted to see in her purse and all that. Nothing in there. Whatever, you're 10. You got, what do you have? You have a hairbrush in your purse,
your
right?
Glitter lip gloss.
Glitter lip gloss. And so we went back so that she could go back in the back by the comic books and crush all their Munchos, the potato chips. And she crushed them. She went back there and just crushed.
No one saw you do it just to get revenge.
That's right. Oh, it felt good. It felt good.
800-821-9970. I didn't get it over on a business, but I did get it over on an assistant principal in high school. And I've shared this story before, but when I accidentally started a riot in the parking lot my senior year, and the vice principal was the one who called me out and said I was getting expelled. And my mom had to come in and talk to the assistant principal. My mom got super upset. She was like, my son, he is not perfect. Yes, his grades suck. He's probably a dummy. But he would never start a riot. My mom went off.
Yeah.
And he had no actual proof. There was no video, nothing like that.
You did start the riot, though.
I did start the riot. Yeah. I did do it. But he had no actual proof, so he had to let me go, and I stayed in school, and I finally graduated. 800-821-9970. Did you get it over on someone or some business? Blitz, hello. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Trucker Tim.
Hey, Trucker Tim.
Trucker Tim.
Did you get it over on a business one time?
Yeah, so I worked in recovery and treatment facility. I'm not going to name the one, but I was the facilities manager, and I was the only facilities manager they really had from the time the company started. I created most of their policies and procedures when it comes to housekeeping and maintenance and, taking care of the building.
Okay, yeah.
And when I was planning to leave there, I turned in my 2 weeks notice. They went ahead and fired me later that day.
I hate when they do that, yeah.
I had planned to give them a big giant folder that I had written out explaining how to do everything in the building, how to take care of it and do everything. Because that's what you're supposed to do. I may or may not have kept that folder.
Right, yeah. Yep. Yeah, if they'd have let you completed your 2 weeks and walk out head held high like you planned on doing, part on what's the word I'm looking for? Part on
good terms.
Good terms. Yeah. Then you'd have handed
amicably.
over amicably. Yes, thank you. See what happened when you start riots in high school. And love you too, Trucker Tim. Yeah, I totally get it. I'm always in awe of people who start things like that. I've shared that my best friend is a bigwig for Harbor Freight Tools. He works in the HR department, and he works for the team, and he's one of the head people on the team that writes the training manuals and all that stuff. And to be those people that start from ground zero and are writing out training manuals and step-by-step instructions on how things are done and procedures, that's always mind-blowing to me. 800-821-9970. Did you ever get it over on a business before? We'd love to hear your story. 99.7 The Blitz. We were talking about this couple down in Florida who purchased a home with cash, and then for some reason, Bank of America foreclosed on the home. The home was paid for. So they had to go through a whole legal battle of 18 months, and finally the judge threw out the case and ordered Bank of America to pay $2,534 in legal fees. And they tried to collect, but after months and months of Bank of America not paying up, the family's attorney finally went in with a police officer and a moving truck and said, pay us what you owe us or we're going to repossess stuff. And they threatened to take computers, desks, cash out of the bank drawer. And that day, a couple hours later, Bank of America paid up. I love that. get it back
So
on the
good.
business.
Yeah.
Alex, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, brother.
Good. How did you get it over on a business?
All right, so I started at UPS in Columbus, and they went through an entire redo of the entire building, switching over to automated. And so I carried them through that whole thing, from construction on the new side of the building to training new employees to setting up the entire process. And what I did was I brought in a group of my friends who were all kind of down on their luck or whatever. And so I had a whole crew of people who worked really hard. And we ended up setting records in the building, like going above and beyond.
Yeah.
To keep the story short. And so what happened, opened up another new section, and they were like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your group of people and put one of them.
We would love to hear your story if you had a better cell phone.
You keep cutting out.
Oh, is it doing terrible?
Yeah.
I'm driving to work.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, go on.
end of the story. What did you get over on them?
So they switched everybody's positions, and they told him before they did that, we're going to quit if you do that, because we're not working for anybody but him. And they thought they were bluffing, so they moved them, and every single one of them quit. And
It's amazing.
they,
No bluff.
Yeah, it's truly amazing when
Right.
you state your intentions or you speak fact on what's going to happen. If A, then B,
Right.
it's going to happen, and they don't listen to you. It happens all the time.
Yep.
In both personal and business-like relationships. When you state a fact that this is going to happen, if you do this, this will happen, and then it happens, and they're all like, "What?"
yeah.
Alex, I appreciate the
What?
call, man.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Last detail, they came to me after they all quit and said that I was building a tyranny against the company, trying to take it over, and fired me. And I ended up winning a lawsuit in court over it because they forced me.
But can't say that word. Alex,
Yeah, my bad.
that's all right, Alex. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call, and I'm glad you got it over on him. Have a great Tuesday
Of course,
there.
guys.
Let's take one final one. Israel, what's going on, man? How did you get over on a business?
So I bought a Camaro from a car lot, and it had a good bit of motor work done to it. They said that they'd send me the title in 30 days. And so I made the first payment, no title. I made the second payment, no title. After the third one, I told myself I wasn't going to buy any or send any more payments until I got a title. So almost a year goes by, and I get a letter in the mail saying that they was going to turn me into collections and take me to court and all kinds of stuff. So I called them and left my phone number, and it was under new management, and the new manager called me back, and he's like, was you planning on paying for this car or anything? I said, yeah, I'll pay for it whenever they send me a title. And he didn't, he was clueless as to what was going on. And so I told him what happened, and he said, give me just a little bit and I'll call you back. He called me back in 15 minutes, and he told me I didn't know him nothing and to keep the car. It was like
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
there was something that was going on with the car. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Hey, you can't complain about a free car. I appreciate
That's
the call,
awesome.
Israel. And, I want to state, I've been saying it all wrong this whole time because I say get it over on a business. You didn't get it over on them. You got what you deserved.
Right.
Like, this family got the money they deserved. They didn't get it over
Yeah, they
on
didn't
Bank
screw
of America.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just got what they deserved finally in a timely manner. So that's my bad. It's the business's fault, not yours. You did the right thing. You didn't get it over on anyone. Good for you. Happy for you.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Standing ovation for the residents of Sunbury, who are the latest Central Ohioans to push back against a data center development. At a very crowded zoning meeting last night, residents voiced opposition to the rezoning of land for industrial use, saying data centers would impact the quality of their lives. A formal hearing on the zoning request is set for March 23rd. We'll see if they actually listen to the residents of their
Yeah, they're going to
city.
do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was. We had a farmer was offered $15 million.
Pennsylvania.
Was that Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
And he said no thanks,
Yeah.
and he sold it for $2 million with the guarantee it would always be used for agriculture forever.
Wow. Good for him.
Actor Robert Carradine is dead at the age of 71. A member of the famous family of actors, Carradine took his own life after a years-long battle with bipolar disorder. He was best known for his roles in the movie Revenge of the Nerds. He played Lewis. And the TV series Lizzie McGuire. He played Lizzie's dad. His very, very famous family, John Carradine was his dad, Keith Carradine, a brother, half-brother David Carradine, niece Martha Plimpton. Now, Martha Plimpton is the daughter of Robert Carradine's brother, all right?
Okay.
This is tough to follow. But anyway, she said of the Carradine brothers, she said, my Uncle Bobby was the best one of all 8 brothers, blood, adopted, and step. She said he was the absolute best. And she said, furthermore, they're all actors, by the way, including her dad, he was the best actor of the bunch by 1,000 miles. She, I don't believe, had a great relationship with her father.
I went, my former morning show producer, we had a roller skating night back in the day. It was an 80s roller skating night, and him and I went as Lewis and, oh, God. Hold on. Oh, no.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, no. Lewis.
Booger?
No. Booger was not the two.
They met Booger. Lewis and... Oh, I feel so dumb right now.
Okay, let's see.
What
I
is
just
it?
looked at the cast.
All right, hold on. Lewis and...
Do you want me to...
Lewis and... oh, my God. I don't know. Thick, what is it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's been too long, man.
Poindexter?
No.
No, he was the...
all right, we've got Lewis, Fred, the Ogre.
No, not Ogre.
Betty, Gilbert.
Gilbert. Lewis and Gilbert.
Okay.
Lewis and Gilbert. Oh, it's so stupid.
Yeah, I felt bad not remembering either.
We've got Bush.
That was Booger.
Yeah.
But this man, Robert Carradine, who just took his own life, he was extremely troubled. In fact, his former wife, back in 2015, basically testified to the fact that he tried to kill the both of them in their car by driving across the highway and into an oncoming semi. He was having an episode, a bipolar episode. And what a horrible thing to have to deal with in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. And I know there's good medication and you can, really get help for that, but what a very difficult road to travel in your life. Winona Ryder has joined the cast of Wednesday. She'll be in multiple episodes of the 3rd season, playing a new character named Tabitha. This reunites Ryder with longtime collaborator Tim Burton. Her credits with Tim Burton include Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and Frankenweenie. So that'll be cool to see Winona Ryder in Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen past the first episode, but she seems like she'll fit
right in.
just
Yeah.
perfectly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, those are your 3 things.
Well, if you haven't done so already, jump online. You can see the full lineup for Louder Than Life, which is going to be an amazing weekend. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Does it run it runs the entire... No, it runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
I'm talking about our ticket giveaways Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Louder Than Life is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we're talking nearly 200 bands over 7 stages.
Nuts, man.
September 17th through the 20th down there in Louisville. I think you said it right. Who's not playing Louder Than Life?
Yeah, I mean, it can get too big, right? It can be too much.
A lot.
7 stages.
Yeah.
7.
Big ones for Thursday: Iron Maiden, Pantera, Megadeth. Friday, September 18th, My Chemical Romance, Pierce the Veil, A Day to Remember. Saturday, September 19th, Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, and Sublime. Sunday, September 20th, Tool, Danny. I would go just to see Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Prodigy.
I think that would be so cool.
Prodigy's going to be there.
Now, here's the deal. If you want to go, we will have your chance to win a pair of weekend GA passes for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Basically, all you got to do is tune in every single day this week at 7:20, and we will give you a window to listen to and tell you exactly when you can win those weekend GA passes for Louder Than Life. It's just that simple. So set your alarm right now. Get on your phone, Set it for 7:20 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Even if you just have to tune in for a moment, you can find out when you need to be listening later that day to win your weekend passes. And this is a great trip. This is a great getaway, an amazing music festival.
What?
There's no one you're not going to see if you're into rock music.
Or evidently wrestlers. What is WWE superstar Jeff Hardy?
He plays music.
Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah, he's got a full band.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
he rocks out.
He's headlining the 7th stage.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
He really?
Yep.
Okay.
Telling you. Everyone
I know
Mama's going to be
I know
there.
Fozzy, but I didn't know Jeff Hardy had a band.
Yep.
Really?
So if you want to go Louder Than Live, we have your chance starting tomorrow morning, 7:20. We will give you those details on how you can win Louder Than Live.
Why didn't we get Iron Maiden too? Damn it! Here, I want Iron Maiden.
Oh, that sounded a bit whiny. Not going to lie.
I'm whining. I want Iron Maiden.
That was definitely whiny. 7:20 tomorrow morning, we'll have your first set of details on how to win those Louder Than Live passes.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yep, let's learn you some stuff on a Tuesday morning, make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up today. Like, did you know 3 times more people speak English as a second language than as a native one? English has more than 1 billion people learning it as an additional language, and only 390 million people speak it natively. So,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Did you know the first time 2 men kissed in a movie was in a silent film in 1927 called Wings? The first actual, sensual kiss, the first erotic kiss, however, between 2 members of the same sex were 2 females in Cecil B. DeMille's Manslaughter in 1922.
Really?
Yeah. All the way back then.
Man.
Did you know that William Shakespeare's wife was named Anne Hathaway?
Really?
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere. I wouldn't have known if you asked me, but now that I read it again, I was like, oh yeah, I did remember that.
I wonder if that's why her parents named her Anne.
I think it is, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Or wait, is that why she chose it as a stage name? I don't know if that's her birth name.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know.
To the Googles! Let's find out. Anne Hathaway. Anne Jacqueline Hathaway. Yeah, that is her name.
All right.
And finally... I'm sorry, no. We got 2 left. I'm sorry. In 7-card Texas Hold'em hands, the 2 you're holding and the 5 that are on the board, obviously.
Yeah.
The total number of distinct 7-card hands is 133,784,560. And just
That's how
so
many
you know,
combinations there are?
yeah.
It's like the lottery.
And just so you know, the probability of having no pairs of cards is less than the probability of having 1 pair or 2 pair hands. So if you're a poker player, just know that.
All right. That's good.
You want to know a bonus fun fact?
Yeah.
If you take a regular deck of 52 cards, it is of 100% probability that anytime you've shuffled a deck of cards, as much as you want, and stopped, that is the only time in history that those cards have been in that order. Of any deck of cards anywhere. That is the only time that deck has been in that order.
Huh.
There has never been 2 identical decks shuffled.
How do we know that?
Do you want to know the mathematical probabilities?
Doesn't mean it's never happened.
Okay, Thick. The probability is stand at the equator of the Earth, okay? I'm not kidding. The probability of having the same deck of cards shuffled the same way. The combination possibilities of a regular deck of cards. Stand at the equator, and every 1 billion years, take a step forward, okay? And every billion years you do that. And then when you make it all the way around the Earth, take a cup and scoop out some of the Pacific Ocean and put it aside. Listen. And then continue the process until the ocean is empty. And when the ocean is empty, put a piece of paper on the ground. And then start the process all over again. And when that stack of paper reaches the moon, you will have the possible combinations of a deck of cards. It is 10
That's
to
only
the
52 cards. I don't get it.
It is 52 to the 10 factorial, meaning 1 times 2 times 3 times 4.
Okay.
It is impossible. The possible combinations are endless.
Okay.
That's math. Finally.
Doesn't guarantee it hasn't ever happened.
Finally. The world's largest iceberg, officially known as A23A, was larger than the state of Rhode Island when it first broke off of Antarctica in 1986. Now, it's only slightly larger than New York City, and last month NASA reported that it's melting and on the verge of complete disintegration. In fact, it might even not last through next month. Isn't that crazy? The largest iceberg ever could be gone by the end of next month. Complete disintegration.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. Learning you some stuff on a Tuesday morning. 99.7 The Blitz.